Hey, what's up, everyone? Ace Trainer Tom here, as you should know. Today I'm going to talk about everything we know so far about Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. We know the title, but we also know all these Pokemon, so let's get right into it. Alright, let's start this one off with Bounsweet here. It is the fruit Pokemon. It is a grass type. It has Leaf Guard or Oblivious. This is its whatchamacallit description here. So you can check that one out. Next Pokemon is Beware. And I love this name, by the way. This name is fantastic. It is a fighting normal type. It is known as a strong arm Pokemon. It's pretty tall. It's 6'11", but it has a new ability, which is Fluffy, but it also has Klutz. Apparently, it is very dangerous. You may see warning signs, yada yada. The Fluffy ability has damage taken from attacks that make direct contact, but it also doubles the damage taken from fire attacks. So, does that mean physical fire attacks that make direct contact just do the normal damage, then, I'm assuming? That's what I'd imagine. Next Pokemon is Comfy. It is a fairy type. It is not a grass type, just a fairy type. It's a Posse Picker Pokemon. Sorry about that little stutter there. Its abilities are Flower Veil or Triage. Triage is a new ability, which its Pokemon's restorative moves gain the highest priority in battle. So, like Synthesis and all those, moves like that, Recover, things like that. I wonder if that would affect Giga Drain. Probably not. I can't imagine it would. Next one is Mudsdale. It's the draft horse. It is a ground type with own tempo or stamina. Stamina is a new ability as well, where the Pokemon's defense goes up by 1 when it's hit by any attack. That is crazy. Now the next one is Mimikyu. This actually is a really cool mon. It's the Disguise Pokemon. It's a Ghost Fairy, which we've never had before. Its ability is Disguise, which is basically like a one-turn substitute. Disguise ability allows it to escape damage from an enemy's attack just one time, and then its appearance changes. We also have Wimpod, which was my favorite of the latest releases. It's a turn-tail Pokemon. It's a bug water, and its ability is Wimp Out, where its HP, if it gets below half in battle, it will either run away or swap out for another Pokemon. We don't know if you can choose what it switches into or not, but yeah. Now we have Drampa, which is a normal dragon type, where a lot of people think this is the evolution for Dunsparce. I don't know. I don't really see it. But anyway, it has a new ability, which is Berserk, where if this Pokemon this Pokemon's special attack will go up by 1 when its HP drops below half. So it's a pretty good ability. This generation seems to have a lot of really good abilities. Now we have, obviously, the water starter Poplio, which is a sea lion Pokemon. It's a water type with, obviously, the ability known as Torrent, which all water starters start off with. Solgaleo, which is it's a cover legendary for Sun and for Pokemon Sun. It's known as the Sun Pokemon. It's a Psychic Steel type, no fire, and its ability is Full Metal Body, which is a new ability where Pokemon stats will not be lowered by the effects of an opponent moves or ability. So it's basically like a clear body that you can see on like a Metagross or whatever. Next one we have is Tapu Koko, which is one of the Guardian Pokemon. It's been confirmed to be one of the Guardian Pokemon. It's a Land Spirit Pokemon. It's an Electric Fairy. Its ability is Electric Surge, where the ability basically makes electric terrain on the field. It also has a new move where it's called Nature's Madness, where an opponent, okay, I'll just read it off here, which slams into opponent and reduces that Pokemon's HP by half. That's crazy. Next we have Magiana, which is a Steel Fairy type. It's the artificial Pokemon. It was created by humans. Its ability is Soul Heart, which is new. Here's how you get it with the QR scanner thing, blah blah blah. But it has the ability Soul Heart, which has the effect of raising Magiana's special attack by 1 each time another Pokemon in the area faints. So we don't know if that's just allies or if it's, I don't know if it's just allies or if it's both allies and enemies. That'd be crazy. It's like a Moxie on steroids. This is a new ability, one that can be put to good use in battle. Yeah. Next up, we have Togedemaru, which is the Pikachu clone of this generation. It's a roly-poly Pokemon. It's an Electric Steel type. We haven't seen that before. It has Iron Barbs or Lightning Rod. We have seen both those abilities before. Not bad abilities, you know. Now we have the Grass Starter, which is Rowlet, the Grass Quill Pokemon. It's a grass flying, extremely weak to ice type moves, and it has Overgrow. Now we have Lunala, which is the Moon cover legendary, obviously. It's called the Moon Pokemon for a reason. It's a Psychic Ghost, so it is weak to Dark type, which is kind of ironic. And its ability is Shadow Shield, which is basically the same thing as Multiscale, where it will take less damage from an attack that lands when the Pokemon has full HP. So next up we have Salandit, which is, other than Popplio, it's my favorite so far. It's my favorite Pokemon to be announced so far. I love this thing. It's a Poison Fire type. It's a Toxic Lizard Pokemon, and its ability is Corrosion. It has such a good ability. This ability makes it so that Steel types can be poison along with poison types. It's crazy good ability. Hopefully it gets stronger. So we have Zygarde's core cells here, which are, this is what Zygarde, like 1% or 1% form. Now we have Zygarde 10% forms. It's the Order Pokemon. It's a Dragon Ground type, just like normal Zygarde, and its abilities are Aura Break or Aura Construct. Now it has 1,000 waves. This move make it impossible for an opponent to flee or be swapped out of battle. Now it's a ground type move, but it can also do damage to flying types and Pokemon with a Levitate ability. Now they will, after they're hit by the move, they will also continue to get hit by ground type moves in subsequent turns. Holy crap, that is broken. Now obviously we know Zygarde 50% form, it's also the Order Pokemon, blah blah blah. We know all about 50% Zygarde. Here's Zygarde complete form. It is a boss. It doesn't even look like a Pokemon. It looks like something like out of, like, Jesus Christ, I don't know, like some mecha movie or something. Power Construct is its ability. Now it has Core Enforcer is its move, where it makes a Z onto the battlefield, and it's really cool. It can erase the abilities of any opponent that have already used a move on the same turn that it's used. Yeah. This generation's too broken. Next up, we have Charjabug. Charjabug is the second evolutionary stage in the Grubbin evolutionary line. It's a battery Pokemon. It's a bug electric. Its ability is battery. Battery raises the power of allies' special moves. It's an ability that we haven't seen before. Now we have Vikavolt, the final evolution in the Grubbin evolution line. It's a stag beetle Pokemon. Its ability is levitate. It's a bug electric. So levitate it's a good ability for it. So there's that. Now we have Komala, one of the first Pokemon to be announced actually. It's a drowsing Pokemon. It's a normal type, and its ability is Comatose, where it cannot get affected by any other status element other than sleep. It's crazy. Now we have Rockruff, one of my favorites so far. I do like Kamala too. I want to add that. It's a puppy Pokemon. It's a rock type. It's Keen Eye, Vital Spirit. It looks like when it goes to evolve, they have announced that it will evolve. And apparently it's fully evolved in its second stage. It makes that kind of assumed here. It can learn Bite. They made that very clear. I don't know why they made it that's so important. It's kind of weird. But basically it turns into a werewolf, apparently. But we don't know yet. It hasn't been confirmed or announced or anything. It's evolution. Next we have Grubbin. The first stage in the Grubbin evolutionary line. It's a larva Pokemon. It's a bug type. Its ability is Swarm. They do mention that it does love electricity early on, which is why it evolves into an electric type. Now we have the Fire Starter, the final starter, and it's Litten, the Fire Cat Pokemon. It's obviously fire. Its ability is obviously Blaze, and I don't know, it's a cool Pokemon. Next we have Bruxish, which is a water psychic type. Has a really cool ability, but its category is a Gnash Teeth Pokemon. Its abilities are Dazzling and Strongjaw. Strongjaw makes me think now, well, it's going to have moves like Crunch, maybe Ice Fang, and potentially Poison Fang. I don't know. I don't really see Poison Fang, but maybe. Da, 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 da. So the Dazzling ability prevents opponents from using priority moves that normally strike first. So Quick Attack, Fake Out, Sucker Punch. On a psychic that you can't use Sucker Punch against. It's so good. As well as moves like Aqua Jet and Extreme Speed and stuff like that. Now we have Cutie Fly. I really do love this Pokemon. A lot of people hate it, but it's a bee fly Pokemon. It's a bug fairy. Honey Gather and Shield Dust are its two abilities. We have seen both of those before. Now we have Picky Peck. This is definitely one I'll be picking up in both my games. I always love to grab up the generic flying bird at the beginning of the game. It's a woodpecker Pokemon. It's normal flying. It has Keen Eye or Skill Link. So Skill Link, they mention that it pecks at like 16 times a second or something like that. Now, for those of you who don't know, Skill Link makes moves that hit from 3 to 5 times always hit 5 times. So like Bullet Seed, which I'm hoping I can learn because they do mention something about seeds in its description. But like Rock Blast, Fury Attack, which I'm sure this thing will be able to learn Fury Attack, and moves like that. Moves in that category. Next we have Young Goose, aka Donald Trump. It's a loitering Pokemon. It's a normal type. It has Stakeout and Strongjaw. Now, also with the Strongjaw ability, it makes me think... Sorry about this. It makes me think there might be a normal type biting move, which would be really cool. Now, Stakeout is a new ability, which, this is crazy. This Pokemon's move can deal twice the normal damage to any Pokemon that switches in or enters the field in mid-battle. That is crazy. They also talk about how it's very it's all across the Alola region, so it's easy to capture, and it makes me think it's not native, and I'm pretty sure it said something about a snake. I don't know, maybe it didn't say something about a snake, but the speculation is there might be a snake to counter this thing. And now we're back at Bounsweet. Alright. So there's that. Now, Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon. Now we can learn about this. New Global Link features in Pokemon Sun, and with the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon, Global Link, the website that can explain, and its current Omega Ruby, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire X and Y service, and will be updated to work with Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. New functions added, and the update will let you enjoy Pokemon battles even more. Blah blah blah. So that's fun. Host your own competition is something you can do. You can host your own competition, your own tournament type thing, I guess. It's really, really, really cool. There's also battle royales now, which are basically free-for-alls. If you don't know what a free-for-all is, go check out Duncan Knee Deep's channel. Where do I have to go for this? Here we are. Hello. I didn't say Pokemon. Please. Please. Oh, great. I love when this stupid thing freezes on me. Oh, we do have to talk about the Radiant Sun phase and the Full Moon phase. They hold an important key to the story, obviously. The forms, they release their mighty power in both these phases, which is really cool. Both appear to be shining with a stronger light than their previously released images. What will these two do when they release their full power? So cool. I'm so excited to see this. Doesn't that look sick? If you don't think that looks sick, you're wrong. Dude, I don't... Jesus Christ. Please. There we are. Alola region. So here's the map of the Alola region we can see here. Here's the southern island, which apparently we're going to learn about in the next Korokoro week or something like that. We're learning about it soon. Melemele Island is the main island. It's your starting island. And then two other islands we don't know about. And an artificial island. And then an island that's basically behind the clouds that we can barely see. And an island next to one of the main islands. It's under... It's on the... It's under the big island on the west, basically. On the farthest west. Pokemon Sun Moon, new islands of the Alola region, blah blah blah. New. People of Alola. The world of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon is filled with many colorful people in addition to the fascinating Pokemon. Meet some folks you will encounter as you... Okay. No, I didn't mean to do that. The hero and heroine. You will choose to be a hero or heroine, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. You can name yourself whatever you'd like. The story begins right after your character has moved into the Alola region, so you just moved there. No sooner have you arrived than your adventure... Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Here are the two characters. There is character customization again. You can take your hat off, by the way. It's really cool. Here's a bunch of different... faces. So yeah, character customization is back. Professor Kukui. Professor Kukui is the Alola region's dependable Pokemon professor. He lives near your home and looks out for you. Apparently he's also your uncle or cousin or something. Something like that. He's related to you. He's passionate about his research into Pokemon moves, so he's researching Pokemon moves, remember this, and has sometimes taken direct hits from Pokemon when there was something to be learned from it. Sporting a white lab coat slung usually over his bare torso shows off his own unique style. Here's a nice young little professor. He's very young for a professor. Lily. Lily is a mysterious girl who's just a professor. This young girl is about the same age as your character, and she's working as Professor Kukui's assistant for personal reasons. She's not fond of making Pokemon fight in battles, but she loves reading and has devoured many books. Lily will play an important role in the story of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. She does not look like a happy person. Your friend Hao. Hao is a Pokemon-loving young boy with a big appetite. He's the same age as your character. When you move to the Alola region, he makes friends with you right away. He has a real weakness for Malasada, which is basically a dish. It's a regional dish basically. A famous treat in the Alola region. Well, see. And he is always in search of Malasada shops. He is a big-hearted boy who really loves Pokemon. There's your buddy Hao. So those are the people. Cool features. Global Link, Magiana, Hyper Training. Details. To draw forth the Pokemon's power to its utmost limit with Hyper Training. This is really cool. Now, with Hyper Training, Pokemon that have grown to level 100 will be able to increase their individual strengths, which have never been possible before. It's basically IV training. It's individual strengths. With Hyper Training, you can increase the strength, and yeah, with the level 100 Pokemon you've been traveling with. Bottle Caps, the key to Hyper Training. Hyper Training is done by Mr. Hyper, a man who loves to collect bottle caps. He can be found somewhere in the Alola region. If you bring him bottle caps, you can obtain in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. You'll be able to improve your Pokemon stats with Hyper Training. Magiana holds a bottle cap, by the way. So yeah, basically lets you see your EVs and IVs. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Or your IVs, and it's really cool. I like it. New features. Yep, uncharted locations and stuff. Here's a screenshot from it. This is some kind of forest where apparently you can see the end there. Let's view the gallery, shall we? Let me view the gallery, please. Here you can see a Pikachu using some crazy attack. Here you're riding on Stoutland. And we're back to the beginning. Okay. Next up. Battle Royales. I just talked about. Meet new Pokemon using the QR scanner. It's different. You got a Rotom Pokedex, which relates to the QR scanner in a lot of ways. So, basically, in a nutshell, that's what we know about Pokemon Sun and Moon so far. Let me see if there's anything. No, I didn't click anything. Okay. So basically, in a nutshell, that's what we know about Pokemon Sun and Moon so far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.